Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 22nd, and today was a beautiful day outside, absolutely stunning. Got this morning, hopped in the hot tub like I try and do most mornings, hung around for a while, got a few things done here and there, went and got dressed, and basically I put on like pants because I had them from last night being chilly outside, and Karen kind of made fun of me for putting on pants being cold, and I said it's not cold out there. I am gonna go for a run here real shortly, so why put on shorts and shirt and blah blah, change out. Well, then by the time she went to leave, she was feeling sickly. She was feeling real dizzy and stuff. She's been having some equilibrium problems and that. She didn't feel like she should drive. Thought she could handle work, just didn't think she should drive there. So I was like, okay, well, if something changes, she needs to go to the doctor, needs to go to her. She don't have a car. She don't have anything she can do. So I didn't want to go very far. So I just said to hell with it. Basically went ahead and took her to work, came back here to the house, hung out here because I was planning on going out to a mountain bike trail called Doris Leaper Park, and I was going to go run out there, but it's half an hour plus by the time I get there, maybe 45 minutes. And then you figure I'm going to run for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. And then by the time I get 45 minutes back, like parts of the trail, depending on where I'm at in the park, even if she called and said, hey, I need you right now, like you have to come here as soon as you can, it's an hour plus run, like at the shortest cutoff, even cutting some of the shit. It's at least 45 minutes from some different parts of the park, and at my regular pace, it's way more. So I was like, then you still got a 40-minute drive back to her shop and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll just skip that. I don't want to go that far. So thought, well, I'll hang around, do some things here in the house. Got a few things done here and there, nothing major. Have not messed with my CNC router for a long time. I've just not doing any like shows and stuff. I'm not putting my life at risk with disease and stuff out there to sell some stupid tchotchkes or whatever. So I'm not doing the shows. I was like, no, I haven't messed with it at all. I should have probably done something with it for Christmas, but I didn't. And I just kind of thought, today's the day I'm going to do something. So I set out to do a new project I never did. I didn't want to just make another something, just repeat shit I've done. So I set out to make something new, and I ended up making a really funky design for a cigar ashtray. Wasn't really certain how it's gonna work out. Took me a few screw ups, a few successes, a few screw ups, a few successes back and forth, and spent way too much time on it. Absolutely ridiculous time. But hopefully, I got some answers. I got some things I learned, so that will give me the ability to, basically, I guess, do less time if I want to do another one. So I basically worked on just some scrap, 2x6, some free scrap. Actually, it's the same free scrap I got a long time ago at Lowe's. They had this humongous giant piles of shit, and I said, hey, what are you guys doing with this? Because it's like on your scrap lumber. And he's like, what do you want it to be? I said, I'll take it all. Like, you guys are gonna haul it off and and whatnot. And he goes, yeah, whatever. So I took the giant shopping cart full of just these cutoffs, these 2x6 cutoffs, because they had an order they wanted like 18 inches less than what came. And I took them up to the front, and they're like, oh, just you gotta pay. No, so I called back to the agent, the guy back there, and he goes, yeah, he called up, said, nope, 100% this guy's doing us a favor by taking all this. We don't have to pay dump fees and stuff and whatnot. So I made a bunch of really funky little things. I use them as great test patterns. They're not gonna be cutting quite like a walnut or a maple or a really nice wood would. But it's a great little, just see how the router bits lay into the wood, see how the design lays out. So I did a couple of those. And I've learned, there's some things I forgot about my router, how it works. One, my free trial for the pro version of the software is right now. So I use the standard version, which even this pro version sucked. And there's no way I was going to pay another couple $100 to access the pro version again, because it didn't do much. But it did a couple things. One of the things it did was a VBit. It won't show me VBit on this. So I just put a regular, I said I had a regular straight but cut bit, put a VBit in. So you can work around most of it. It won't be quite the same, especially when it comes time to do like stars and stuff. You'll have to use a VBit day, but you get 4 days. Mine's old enough, thank God, and I get 4 free days a month. So I can set up. I want to make a bunch of like flags. I can just set up all the fields, get them ready to go, and spend one day, do all my VBit cutting that day, and then basically move on the rest of the month as I go. So, and again, it's not that big a deal, but I need to buy a different program with it. So I played with it for a while, had the router going, had the fans going, had the exhaust and the shop vacs, and it's a mess. It's a lot of things. I kind of use that table to catch a few things, I move things out of the way and kind of organize stuff. So I kind of let it go, and it's noisy. Good God, they're so noisy. The router is noisy as shit. I want to get an actual spindle. It's not as noisy, but it is what it is. So I got a couple things cut. One I'm content with. It's not perfect. The cut piece, like where the ashtray part itself actually goes, ended up, I don't know why, the computer sometimes just says, oh no, that's not where you said it was. I'm like, use the last position. It's like, no, I'll just move it up. Like, it actually just moved up like a full inch, which had that been one of my $60 pieces of wood and I had to throw it away, I've been pissed off. Luckily, it's a piece of scrap wood. I don't have to throw it away. Actually, the way I'm still throwing it away, but I don't care that I throw it away. Here's the problem, though. I don't know what caused it. And everybody I talked to online, we've done a ton of research. Nobody knows what caused it. Just the program just glitches out sometimes. So I need to, as I start deciding if I'm going to start working with more expensive woods, especially because before I'm like, I'd screw up quite often. But I'm using plywood. I'm using where I'm just my time I'm losing here, and $6, $3 worth of wood, whatever, not a big deal. But as I move into wood that costs $100 for a slab, and if this program glitches out and I just lose $100 piece of slab wood because it decided to set my stuff an inch higher than it should be and it ruins the whole project, how long before it makes sense to buy the $1,000 program that never glitches out, or virtually never glitches out according to everybody online? Like, it never has issues. So you figure 10 mistakes, I could have paid for the damn program for free. Just how long does it take to make $100 mistakes? So that's one of the things. And then also, once that happens, I got to relearn that whole program over. So I have not mastered and conquered the program I have, so I didn't think I need to upgrade. But with it keep screwing up and glitching up, maybe I do need to just upgrade to the newer system, or the better system. Not newer, they're both new, but the better system, and just learn it, I guess. But got a few that took forever, way long. Like, if I had to sell this thing by the hour and stuff, hell, it's $300. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of work that went this thing and stuff and whatnot. At least, but it's not. It's learning curve. It's just education. Got done with all that. Hung around the dog, played with him a little bit outside here and there. Mostly he just kind of laid around for the day. But decided to go for my run. Wanted to drop the car off at Karen's work because that way I was closer over there, because I was here and then still the drive back there. So it's only 5K over to her work, but dropped the car off to her. In case she was feeling better, she could drive away herself, but she said didn't think she'd be doing that. So Bruce and I went for a walk/run from there. We didn't go very far away. We just kind of went down the trail. There's a park right near her work, and right down the trail, came back, right down the trail, came back, right down the trail, came back. And then went around the neighborhood right there, and holy crap, now that neighborhood around her work is pure trash. Like, oh my lord, it's awful. Like, just awful dogs. Like, there one lady's got her full yard fenced in, giant, huge, like triple lot, loved the lot, horrible location, and the gates are open, and she's got her pit bull on leash that keeps trying to almost pull her out of the chair as we're at least 200 feet away, just walking down the sidewalk, and this dog is literally losing its mind, where she's barely able to keep her body weight in the chair. The pit bull's almost pulling her out of the chair, and I'm thinking, oh, this is great, because the fucking gate is open. So as soon as, if the dog's smart enough to know where the gate's at, it's going to be out here on us if you let go of that stupid leash. So a couple of yards walked by, the dogs were just bouncing off the fences and just absolutely craziness. The girl was she got back from, like, I don't know, scootering around, and she was trying to get her dog to stop freaking out at us, and the dog was just almost knocking her down to run back and forth on the fence, barking its head off at us, and tarps on a bunch of the ceiling, on the roofs and stuff. And I'm assuming it's a lot of rental properties there that nobody just cares about. I mean, they're awful. They're absolutely, or I don't know, it's sad to see how one neighborhood can be so much less. And literally, I don't know, 2 blocks away, there's $500,000 houses, and it's just like, how can this be so shit here? But it gives me that weird world. I'm like, man, if a guy could just come in here and just, I don't know, change the neighborhood, you could buy these houses for 50% of what they're worth and clean the neighborhood up and double your money just by cleaning the neighborhood up. Still in the houses need to rebuild, but clean the neighborhood up. So it is what it is. But finally, Karen got off work. We basically packed up, headed home. Got here to the house, chilled out a little bit. Nothing real major. I had to get a shower and stuff, of course. I asked her, I said, hey, I didn't really plan on making anything major because I didn't know when you're getting home, didn't know if you're going to be not feeling good and stuff. So we decided to have some soup. So we ended up, which I enjoy my soup. I like the soup quite a bit. So when we got our soup done, watched some, TV and stuff, watching our episode of Weeds, which is what we're watching right now as our main dinner show. And then basically from there, watched Schitt's Creek, and then hung out a little bit. I came outside here, had myself a cigar. Karen came out with me. And the cigar I had wasn't great. It was one of the faster smoking, just quick. I originally actually thought, hey, I'll have 2. It's such a beautiful night. But just got here and didn't feel like having 2. So we headed inside a little earlier than normal. I was still starving. I don't know what. I was hungry even after my soup and stuff. I had a leftover from my chicken salad. I had enough for 1 sandwich left, so I not basically doctored that all up. Made myself chicken salad, and at 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night, had a full-on sandwich. Like, I was just like, hey, I'm hungry. Instead of getting chips and salsa or some dumb shit like that, is they had a chicken salad sandwich, which was better than any chips and salsa I've had in my life. So it worked out well. So yeah, we hung out there, watched a little more, and then wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.